Hello, everyone. If you are tuning back in, I'll give folks a couple minutes to filter in. We just ended our opening ceremony, keynote, and first lightning talk block. Now we will be kicking off our first workshop block. As I mentioned, this will be happening on multiple stages. We have a couple of awesome workshops going on, but we will give folks a couple of minutes to tune back in since we ended the stream and restarted here. So we will get going momentarily. And yes, I am indeed back. Thank you for being a fan. I hope that you're enjoying my emceeing. It is a labor of love. All right, folks, I think we are ready to kick this back off. Let me pause my music here so you don't get the echo. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to be starting our workshop sessions now. We will have workshops going in parallel on the different stages. So coming up here is going to be Joe Nash talking about TwilioQuest. On the blue stage, we will be having, sorry, I'm just double checking here. Yep, on the blue stage, we'll be having how to craft an inclusive virtual hackathon experience. On the red stage, we will be having who's that hacker? And then here, as I mentioned, we will have TwilioQuest with Joe Nash. So without further ado, I would like to hand things over to Joe to talk to you about all of the exciting stuff that they're working on over at Twilio for the hacker community.
Hello, everyone. In chat, let me know they can hear me. That would be wonderful. I assume you can. My name is Joe, as John mentioned, and I work on education outreach here at Twilio on the TwilioQuest team. So if you watched... oh, my audio died. Ooh. You're back. Perfect. If you watched Lizzie's talk, you may have already heard just a little bit about TwilioQuest. What we're going to be doing here today in this workshop is actually showing you how you can make your own educational games using the TwilioQuest engine. But before we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what TwilioQuest is and how you can use it in your clubs and hackathons. And then we'll dive straight into hacking on TwilioQuest itself and building our own educational games. So first up, hopefully on my screen, you you can see the TwilioQuest website. TwilioQuest is an educational video game built by the team here at Twilio. If you haven't heard of Twilio, we are a cloud communications platform which you can use to add SMS, email, telephone calls, video, live streams, pretty much like any communication method into your hacks, into your apps, into your websites. And TwilioQuest is a game made by Twilio in order to help people learn about how to code. So TwilioQuest covers various topics, including Twilio, but also teaches folks how to use Python, how to use JavaScript, how to contribute to open source. I'm actually going to boot. Let me throw up TwilioQuest. Let's have a little go. Let me show you how this game works. Not my 1Password. We don't want that. So the game is a desktop game. It does work on Linux, Mac, and Windows. And you get this lovely little launcher. It will download the newest version of the game for you, and will press play. Someone in chat did mention they like my subtitles. I will apologize in advance. These are just, voice recognition subtitles, so they sometimes do go a little bit wrong. So if you see anything that looks weird, I apologize. So this is TwilioQuest. TwilioQuest is a 16-bit role-playing game. So if you're familiar with, the old... I'm going to mute Cedric. So if you're familiar with like the old Game Boy Advance Pokemon games or something like that, very similar aesthetic. And it is a game to help folks learn how to code. So this is Cedric, our companion here aboard the Fog Owl, which is the cloud exploration ship, which will guide us throughout TwilioQuest. And we can talk to Cedric and learn a little bit more about what we're doing here in the game, but also we can run straight over to this VR pod and jump into some missions. And as you'll see, there's a couple of missions here. We've got basic training that teaches you how to use TwilioQuest, the JavaScript test lab, which teaches you how to use JavaScript. We've got a couple of Twilio missions. You can learn how to send SMS with Twilio. You can learn how to use Twilio Voice. We've got Mysteries of the Pythonic Temple. It teaches you Python. All kinds of skills in here, and we're adding new content all the time. Just to give you an example of what this content looks like, I'll jump into the JavaScript mission, which I've already completed a little bit of. So I'm going to run through. I think last time I played this, I blew up the lab. Yes, I did blow up the lab. Don't worry about that. It's fine. Everything's fine. There was a little bit of fire. Nothing to worry about. It's all fine. So here we've got a botanist yelling at me, and I'm going to interact with this console. I need to get across this bridge, and to do that, I'll open up this console, and this is what a TwilioQuest objective looks like. So here it's teaching me how to do if statements in JavaScript. So I click Let's do this, and it tells me what I need to do to get across. So in this case, I need to extend the bridge by writing a little bit of JavaScript that extends the bridge. And then if I go to the help menu, it will teach me about if statements and how to do the objective. So as an example of doing this objective, we've got people in the chat remembering the old TwilioQuest. TwilioQuest used to be a web-based thing. Now it's a full game. Who knew? So yeah, like as a little example, let me throw open my terminal here. Where have I saved? Where does TQ, hang on, bear with me. I don't know where TQ thinks I'm saving my files. Variables, it thinks I'm saving them in Quest. Perfect. So I'll go to the folder where my stuff is. There we go. So I'm going to do this in the terminal just for the sake of ease. But I'll complete this objective just so you can see how it works. So here I've got a lovely little to-do list telling me I need to create a file called northbridgecontrol.js. Easy enough. We'll do touch northbridgecontrol.js, and I'll open that in Nano. And then it's telling me I need to get a string of text passed as a command line argument. Again, easy enough. We're going to have let args equal process.argv 1, 2. I can't remember which one it is in. Am I doing Python? I might be doing Python. If you in chat know JavaScript, let me know. I might be doing Python. So I need to get a command line argument, and if the string is extend, print extending the bridge. So then I need to do if args equals extend, and it told me to print extending the bridge. What exactly does it want me to print? Extending bridge. Perfect. 2, I believe. Yep, I think it is 2. So I saved that file, and then so I've done what TwilioQuest asked me to do. So I'll click hack, and I succeeded, and onward I go. That is probably the first time I've ever written JavaScript without doing something silly. So that's great. So one thing that's kind of disappointing about the fact that this worked first time is I can't show you how TwilioQuest reacts to failure. So TwilioQuest actually runs that code on your local machine. So TwilioQuest knows where my JavaScript executable is, and it runs the code that I wrote on my local machine, and it's looking for errors or problems, and it gives the student a little bit of feedback on what they've done. As you'll see here, I've earned some experience. So this is where the role-playing element comes in. As a student, I get rewarded, I earn experience, I earn cool items, and get to progress through the game. So that's how TwilioQuest works. As I said, there's a bunch of stuff you can learn through TwilioQuest. But really importantly for you folks here at Hackcon, and what I want to talk to you about is you can create your own content in TwilioQuest. You don't have to use just these missions we've got here, because as hackathon organizers, I'm sure you always have, your own workshops that you're giving, your own sponsor content that you want to teach, all that kind of good stuff. And you might be thinking like, hey, how can I engage my students in something new and fun? Or how can I leave a cool thing for the students who come after me where they've got all the content they need ready to go? One of the great things about giving a workshop with TwilioQuest is, all the content's here in the game and you just have to help people play through it. Is far less preparation for you as organizers to know what's happening. So building stuff into an educational game is super great. Fun fact, whilst I saw some people getting excited about research earlier in the lightning talks, the field of educational video games is an area called serious games. So whenever we talk about an educational video game or a video game's use in education, we refer to it as a serious game. There is a lot of information out there about serious games and about how you can make them most effective for teaching and how you can make games most effective in use in teaching. And so we're going to hopefully see a little bit of that today. A lot of what I'm going to show you is going to be the ins and outs of TwilioQuest mission creation. It's not super complicated. TwilioQuest is built with web technologies, so it is built with JavaScript and HTML. It's built with an open source game engine called Phaser. I'll actually open that up and give you a look. So Phaser is open source, and basically we have built, our own engine on top of that. But everything you learn building TwilioQuest games is broadly applicable to the Phaser engine, which is a super useful game engine. So you learn about some cool open source stuff you can pass on. The other thing that TwilioQuest uses for its maps is Tiled, which is a really popular tiling map editor that's used in lots of games and is again open source. So it's used to make your own missions. It's a couple of open source technologies. Anything you learn is beneficial in doing other game development stuff if you decide to do that. And it's all using technologies that you've probably encountered at a hackathon. Avinash asked if serious games for education, which that make the other games funny games, and Kevin said whimsical games. Yeah, serious games has always really made me laugh as like a categorization. It's very academic, isn't it? The idea that you call like, hey, games for education, they're serious games. It's so academic. But yeah. Let's dive into it. Let's have a good time. One thing I do actually want to quickly point out. Lizzie mentioned that we have an operation running this weekend, and I mentioned that you can earn XP. What is an operation? What does that mean? Operations are TwilioQuest events. So during an operation is like a timed event. Any experience you earn in the game goes towards your score in the operation. We are running an operation here at Hackcon this whole weekend. So if you play TwilioQuest this weekend and you join the operation, you will earn points in the operation. And at the end of the weekend, we'll be giving the top 3 players in that operation a prize. We'll be sending you out a prize. So how do you join the operation? How does it work? Well, first up, download TwilioQuest. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open up your TwilioQuest app. Did I just open up 1Password again? No. Open up your TwilioQuest app. And then in TwilioQuest, we are going to... Come on, TwilioQuest. Perfect. In TwilioQuest, we're going to click Settings. Go away, Cedric. We're going to click Settings, Operations, and this is where you put the join code. What is the join code here, you ask? Well, you can find that in Discord. If you go to the Twilio channel in Discord, you can find it, but I'm going to show you it right here as well. The join code is this one here. This is the Hackcon operation. It's ants, satellites, clock. So you go ahead and you grab that, and you come and stick it into your join code box. Ants, satellites, clock. I'll throw that in chat as well. And then you click join. And then I've joined that operation. And once you join the operation, any experience, anything you play in the game will count towards your score. And actually, I can see Avinash in chat. We can see that Avinash and Exom, 2 of the students at Hackcon, are already having it out. They're going head to head for that top position. Let's give it a refresh and see who's currently at the top of the leaderboard. Oh, loads of you have joined. Look at this. So Exom surging ahead with 2,900. You can see they've got the cool suit. They've got the lightsaber. They found all these items in the game. You can go find them, equip them to your character as well. So by the end of the weekend, that will be 1 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. European time, past midnight Indian Standard Time. We'll be closing this out and we'll be messaging the top 3 winners. So do, and you can, this scoreboard link is in the Discord as well. So if you want to come check in on the score, you can find it in the Discord channel. Okay, now onwards to making games. As I mentioned, TwilioQuest, Phaser and Tiled. Where do we start with making TwilioQuest extensions? That's what we call them. If you make your own mission in TwilioQuest, it's a TwilioQuest extension. Well, we're going to go over to the TwilioQuest GitHub. So that's github.com/TwilioQuest. And here we've got the main things you're going to need are pinned right at the top of the repository. We've got the extension docs, we've got the TwilioQuest extension template, and we've got the Owl's Nest extension. I'm going to walk you through what each of those are and how you use them. So first up, the extension docs. Pretty much what it says in the tin, you want to scroll down to the documentation site, give that a click, and this is all the documentation about the game. Here I have to give you all a secret caveat. TwilioQuest extensions aren't actually properly released yet. They are an alpha feature. They will be released at Twilio Signal in October. You folks, by getting on it now, are on the inside track. You are early adopters. You are alpha testers. Thank you so much. That means some things suck a little bit. I'm really sorry. There's just some things that are not good. Be aware and look out for rough edges. There will be some pages in these docs that say coming soon. There will be some things that you'll be like, I wonder how I do this. It will not be documented. I'm very sorry. That's what we're here for help about, but what we're here to help with. If you get stuck at any point, you can always message me. You can join the TwilioQuest Discord. You can ask those questions. We are here to help you. And all of your feedback. Ashwin asked what my captioning software is. I will talk about this my streaming setup right now towards the end of the workshop. I always love to nerd out about the streaming setups, and I'll let you know towards the end or in Discord later. But I will come back to your question in a bit, Ashwin. So the TwilioQuest docs do have everything you need to get started. If I click begin my adventure, I do have a full getting started guide. Follow that guide. But as I said, if you are scratching your head thinking that didn't make sense or I don't have the information I need, it's not you, it's us. We'll get it fixed. Just let me know. So the next repository in that chain, the TwilioQuest extension template. This is the second most important thing you're going to read. This is a full TwilioQuest level ready to go with an example of all of the functionality available to TwilioQuest extension authors built into it. So you can grab this and work off of this. You can extend this. This has an example of everything you need. Just hack on this and start building your game from this. So I'm going to go ahead and so what you would do, actually, I'll do this anyway. You click use this template. Let me show that again. Top right corner, click use this template. That will create a version of it on your GitHub account. Sure, we'll have public, why not? And then click create the repository. And then you'll see here, this is generated from the template. And then you do your normal business. You go ahead and clone this, which I will do right here. And I will clone this into here. If I can type, I can't type today, folks. This is apologies if I seem a little scatterbrained. I got the second dose of vaccine yesterday, and it is kicking my bum. Okay, so I've got that cloned, and now I can go into that folder. Perfect. And this is my extension ready to go. We'll come back to this in a moment and talk about what's in this extension and how we modify it. But first up, I need to show you a really important step to get your TwilioQuest ready to make extensions. So I'm going to start with TwilioQuest again. I am keeping an eye on chat, but it takes me a little bit, so be patient with me. Depot asked, how do we contribute to the TwilioQuest open source project? Just go to github.com/TwilioQuest. Anything that's open source about TwilioQuest is there. Do we need to download something to play TwilioQuest? Yes, Sunder. So if you go to twilioquest.com/quest, you can download TwilioQuest right there. It says download TwilioQuest, big red button. It is a desktop application built with Electron. So I mentioned it's built with the Phaser game engine. The Phaser game engine is a web game engine. It's for building browser-based games. We take that phaser game and we wrap it in Electron, and then you install it on your desktop. I mentioned earlier, actually, that it's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. If you own a Raspberry Pi 4 and you would like to help me test the Raspberry Pi version, drop me a message in Discord. I have a Raspberry Pi version working, but I'm not sure if the performance is good enough. Someone played it yesterday and they thought it was good enough. So message me if you own a Raspberry Pi 4. I would love to send it to you and see what you think. But otherwise, if you're Windows, Mac, and Linux, you can grab it there. Okay, so you've grabbed the extension template. Really important step that we need to do. We need to open TwilioQuest, and I've done the wrong thing. I already failed. We need to open the TwilioQuest launcher, and in the TwilioQuest launcher, you will see where it says current version 3.1.49. You'll see a little link that says more next to it. I mentioned earlier that TwilioQuest extensions are currently in alpha, so we're going to click more, and where it says stable, we're going to choose TQ 3.2 preview. And we click that, and then for you, that will trigger a download of the current alpha of the game. I've already got it downloaded, and so that's the version we need to play. So by default, TwilioQuest will launch in the current stable version. To use TwilioQuest extensions and make your own games, right now, you need to load up the alpha. In October, it won't be alpha anymore, it will be the actual version, but right now we're still doing the alpha. So I'm going to go into the game, and if you've played TwilioQuest before, this might look very different. The new version of the game is very shiny, everyone. Oh no, I actually have a problem. Oh no, this is a disaster. To load extensions, there's a certain area in the ship that I need to get to, and this has all changed since like a week ago, and I don't know where I am on the ship. Am I? Oh, okay, never mind, we're good. That's Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Margaret has something to show me. Okay, what are you going to show me, Margaret? I've been given a hacking tool. Okay. I will eventually. Okay, I need a passcode. It's in the objective section. Find it on the pedal. Oh, I didn't pick up the hacking tool. I'm not reading the instructions, team. I'm terrible at this. Okay, I've got the hacking tool. Passcode available. Level up. This is awesome. Hack. I genuinely haven't played this content before. Oh, now I'm seeing Kevin and Cedric. Let me turn up the game sound a little bit. Oh no, it's Frederick, the evil Cedric. Okay, this is all super cool, and I genuinely haven't seen it before, and I'm very distressed that I need to skip past it to show you how to use TwilioQuest extensions. Sorry, Kevin. I don't want to talk to you today. Oh no, something bad is happening, and I don't know where the TwilioQuest extensions live anymore. Where's the VR hub? No! You know what, actually, I've just had a brilliant idea. I can load up a previous version of the alpha. Okay, we're learning together, team. This is what Hackcon is all about, learning together. So don't choose Alpha 21. Let's go with Alpha 19. I'm sure. I'm going to go. Yeah, let's go with Alpha 19. I'm confident that Alpha 19 has the layout that. What is happening with that progress bar? I might have broken the launcher. Oh wow! What a time! What a time! Alpha 20 is also good. Thank you, Avanash. Avanash has been giving TwilioQuest extension workshops at a bunch of events. Oh, I didn't wait for it to download. This is going really well, team. This is go away. Stop it. This is going so great. I'm so glad you could all be here with me at my. Oh my god. Someone I wanted. I've got an unending error. Literally can't kill TwilioQuest. There we go. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so let's try again. TQ 3.2 preview, Alpha 20, let it download. That's the key. Let it download. So hang on, Avanash, you're saying Alpha 20, you used Alpha 20 yesterday. So Alpha 21 literally shipped between your workshop yesterday and today, and it's come to this workshop to curse me. I need to have words with Kevin. He's doing Friday deploys. That means we've been doing Friday deploys, team, to the alpha branch. It's fine. Okay, this is what I wanted. What I was looking for was this big green room. This is the VR hub. From the VR hub, we can run our own missions. So there's a couple of things we need to do. That's got the missions in it right now, but before your template shows up in there, you need to go to settings, you need to go to extensions, and you need to click enable extensions. And then you need to choose the directory where you're going to put your extensions. So I cloned down that extension template to TQT earlier. Wherever you cloned that extension template, that's the directory you're going to pick. And that is where TwilioQuest will look for extensions. So I'm going to have that one selected. And then I'll come in here and I should see not the extension I cloned. Why not? Extension. Maybe it's field operator demo. That doesn't seem right. Let me have a look. Yeah, no, it's got to be that one. Owl's Nest. Let's have a look. Legit. There's this one. Okay. That can't be the current template. I'm going to move some stuff to a different folder. I'm going to give that a restart. Have a quick look. No, it's the right directory, Avinash. I'm just cursed today. I'm cursed by the... I really hope... I have a dreadful suspicion that the template has also been updated to work with Alpha 21. That would just be a disaster, wouldn't it? Okay, so I restarted the game there. That's because I made changes. VR mission template is what I wanted. So this actually gives me a really good thing to chat about. So Owl's Nest, that's the third repository that we saw in the TwilioQuest GitHub. So I'll go back to that again. So the three repositories we need to care about. Extension docs is the documentation that we're following. TwilioQuest extension template is the template that we're using to build our mission off of. The Owl's Nest is actually going to be the new introduction mission to TwilioQuest. That's the one you saw me playing when I had no idea what was happening. The very cool one with the fire and the flashing and the evil robot. So that's actually the content that the current TwilioQuest developer team are working on to release in October. And they developed that open source and in the open. So the reason I wanted to mention that is if you're like, oh, I wonder how the actual TwilioQuest team do this thing or achieve this thing, chances are there's an example of it in this repository. So you will also see it loaded up and visible in my training mission tab because it's a mission that's loaded up. So the VR mission template is the one that I've downloaded from the interwebs. John, I've completely lost track of the time thanks to Alpha 21 Gate. Can you give me a reminder of how much time I have left? If you're in chat, please. So let me turn down the sound a little bit. So this is the VR mission template, and it's just a big room, and it has examples of all kinds of things. So it's got a bunch of NPCs lined up here, so you can see how NPCs work, and you can add text to them. It's got a chest in the middle. If I go and speak to that chest, you'll see it's an example objective, and it shows us how to do that. I can hack around with that. Over here, we have a laser wall barring our progress, and it's linked to a console that we can use that if we complete this, it will come down. So how do I edit this template? Well, to do that, I'm going to open up the directory that I cloned earlier in VS Code. You can use any text editor of your choice, as long, I recommend that you use one that has JavaScript support. And we're going to take a little look at the directory structure first of all. So here you'll see it on the right. There's a couple of things to be aware of. So most of TwilioQuest content lives in the levels folder. And so here we can see the template, VR mission template. That's the level I was last playing on. And within a level, we have a couple of things that are really important. We have the maps, conversations, and objectives. So conversations are the setup for conversations with NPCs. So if I open this up, this is a POG file. POG is a way of templating documents, and we use it as our format for NPC conversations. So this describes all of the statements and all of the conversation you can have with an NPC, and it's linked to an NPC in the game. The maps folder is not something you will need to interact with. This is these JSON files you only interact with from the map editor tiled, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And then objectives are the things, the challenges the students need to overcome, and where they learn about. 20 minutes left. Thank you, John. Avinash asked Pug to EJS when. Kevin, the lead developer, was recently having a discussion in our Discord about changing the Pug to EJS. If you have opinions, go let us know. The objectives have a couple of important things. We have a description. This goes in the objective tab. We have the objective.json. This is where you define the fields in the form that the student needs to fill out. We have the walkthrough. This goes under the help tab. And then the most important, and this is the main JavaScript that you will write when you create a TwilioQuest mission, we have the validator.js. This is a little script that takes what the student has entered into the objective. So when they fill out that form in the objective, it takes their answer and it runs it through a script to check whether they've answered correctly. So if I open the objective.json again, I will see that I've got two validation fields. First one is answer one, and it's a type of text. And this is a text input. So it's an entry where I can type text. If I go back over to the chest and open this up, we can see this in game. This is the right one, right? Yeah. So the label is what is the name of the company that makes TwilioQuest. If I open the game up, we can see that question here. What is the name of the company that makes TwilioQuest? And so when I enter a piece of text in here, and obviously the company that makes TwilioQuest is Microsoft, TwilioQuest will tell me that I've done it again. Avinash, how many times a week do you do this where you forget to install Ramda? Important step that I forgot about. When you download the extension template, just quickly run npm install because we do have some dependencies that are required for the validators. And if you don't install those, the validator won't work, so it will just hang forever. There you go. So here you see I failed because the answer to the first question is correct. How does that happen? How does that work? So if I open up validator.js again, we will see, first of all, a whole load of comments. This is very well commented to tell you exactly what you need to do when you read it yourself. But here you'll see we've got this helper. This helper contains all of the information about the objective and including the validation fields. So here you can see this is being broken out. Let me zoom in a little bit, or not. There we go. Slide that over. Here you can see the validation fields. We are destructuring those to answer one and answer two. And then in this first section, we are checking if not answer two is equal to, is it Twilio? This is a function that checks whether the string is Twilio. So if answer one is not Twilio, then we do helper.fail, and helper.fail is how you trigger a failure within the game, and then that takes a hint. So the hint I get in the game is the company that makes TwilioQuest starts with a T and ends with a Willio. Probably that sounds like Twilio, and I've still failed because I didn't provide the second answer, but I have now moved on to, you see it now is telling me about the second answer, and that's exactly what happens here. So if I complete the second question, which is what is 2 plus 2? I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's 4. My maths is a little rusty though. I will get success, and it says, hooray, you did it. How is that triggered? That's triggered with the helper.success method, and that's, you just put a success method in. So how this validator is working is it's checking if answer 1 works. If answer 1 isn't correct, it checks answer 2. And if either of these are not correct, it does helper.fail. When there's nothing left to fail, we fall through to the success case, and then I get past the objective. So that's pretty much the hardest JavaScript you have to write within TwilioQuest. It's writing these validators. This is obviously a very simple example because, it's just checking strings. There is more fun to be had. So the TwilioQuest Python missions, for example, or the JavaScript missions, how those work is TwilioQuest looks at a JavaScript file that someone has on their computer, and it goes and runs it against the JavaScript executable on the computer using a JavaScript process, and then it looks for output from the JavaScript executable to determine whether the student has passed or failed. It's quite an advanced thing to do, but it's, if you're checking whether someone has typed the right code, it's a really good approach to doing it. And I do believe you can see examples of this in the Owl's Nest extension. Let's have a quick look. Maybe not. Well, I'll tell you where you can see examples of this. we sponsored an MLH hackathon a little while back called Hackade, and there was a bunch of TwilioQuest extensions written at Hackade, and one of them was written by an MLH student called Lakali, and Lakali wrote the botnet extension, and this is a extension for learning about C#. And Lakali does this thing that I was talking about. So if we open up the extension, we can go into the levels, we can go to objectives, and let's, for example, dive into, let's do variables and data types. Is it this one of them that does it? Yes. So you'll see here, so this is a validator where Lakali is checking whether a student has learned to use variables. And you'll see that Lakali has this function, execute code. If we use GitHub to go check where that's written, it's written in validation-index.js. What Lakali is doing here, and this is absolutely genius, I just have to talk about it every opportunity I get. Lakali actually spawns a .NET process. So using spawn is a JavaScript keyword that creates a process. She then runs .NET on the user's machine, and then runs the code that the user's written against .NET, and is actually looking for particular syntax in that file using a .NET library that allows you to inspect the syntax tree. So she's even going a little bit further than us in that she's actually inspecting the syntax tree of the program to see if the student has written the expected code, which is just like, the reason I'm telling you this is because part of the reason why TwilioQuest is a local desktop tool is that you have access to the full environment, right? So if you want to teach students about Git, or you want to teach students about a programming language, or you want to teach them about some random command line tool that you like, you can access all of that through JavaScript processes. So through child processes. That's the most useless documentation I could have opened. Where's spawn? So you can access all of that through JavaScript child processes. So you can create a process on the machine that calls out to any command. And so you can use that in your validator to teach literally anything you want. It gives you pretty much unlimited power to teach anything that can be installed on the user's computer. And so that's kind of the big takeaway here, which is these validators, the example I showed you is really super simple. It's just checking strings against other strings. But you can, because you've got access to full desktop Node.js and then the full desktop environment, anything that can be called from Node.js, you can go as far as your imagination will take you. So that's a brief look at objectives. Let me open up a map for you. So as I mentioned, within a mission template, let me bring back the Explorer. I've done it again where I can't remember my shortcut. That's not what I want to press. I did this really stupid thing where I made my desktop environment really minimal, and then I forgot all of the shortcuts to open the sides. So we've been playing in the objectives folder. The maps folder has these JSON files in it. So this is where tiled comes in. So this is tiled. I will be honest with you, team. Tiled is a little bit challenging to stream and to screen share because it's a very busy application. So we will do our best. So I'm going to click open file. Yes, tiled, you can have access. I'm going to go to the folder where I was developing this. I'm going to go into the levels, and I'm going to go to the mission template, going to go to maps, I'm going to open default.json. So this is that JSON file, which is meant to be read by tiled and not by you in VS Code. And I open that up, and behold, I have the map. And this is where you'll be doing a lot of your TwilioQuest mission writing. I showed you the validator code, but all of the fun, well, a lot of the fun is in creating these maps. So when you build a TwilioQuest map, we give you access to all of the art that we have in TwilioQuest. So if I go here, you can see the tiled sets. So this is all of the art, all of the tiles that we have made by a wonderful artist called Kerry, and you can use those in your mission. We've got spaceship thrusters, we've got glass roofs, we've got bits of spaceship and computers and desks and pot plants, and I can draw pot plants wherever I want. And it's just like a paint program. You grab a tile and you paint it in. It's wonderful. And with this, you can build out your levels. So you can decide, you're going to create an ancient temple using these bricks. And you can build out your levels and then place objects in them. You'll see these layers here. A lot of these layers, any of the layers that have this little blue square, they are tile layers. So it's just like a paint program. You grab a tile and you paint in it. This objects layer is special. In the objects layer, we're not using these tiles. We're using the TwilioQuest objects or the TwilioQuest NPCs. These are more detailed objects than the tiled. They're not just decorational. These have properties that link to things in the code. So for example, if I place this chest with the object placement tool, you'll see on the left some properties have opened up. And one of those properties is the objective name. It's grayed out, so it's not super clear. But this is a property on the object in tiled that I can set to link it to an objective. So this is linked to example objective. What does that call? How does that work? Well, if you'll remember, back inside the code, we have the objectives folder, and in there, we have a directory for example objective. And that's how this works. You create an objective here in the code, in the objectives folder, and then you link it to the map just by this property here. You just grab a chest, you grab a laser gate. So, this is a chest. I can also put this laser gate here to stop people getting past. That's what's happening over here. Here's a laser gate. I can click that, and you'll see it's got example objective 2. So when that objective is completed, this laser gate will come down, or this chest will open. And when I interact with that object, you'll see there's this button here that says hackable. If this is true, when I interact with that object, I will get the objective screen and be able to interact with it and be able to complete it. So this console is hackable for objective 2, but the laser fence is not. So if I go over to the laser fence now, the laser fence is not hackable. So if I press space on it, nothing happens. But the console is hackable, so if I press space on it, I get objective 2. But if I complete this objective, because the laser fence is linked to objective 2, the laser fence will open. So that is the map editor. You can do all kinds of things. NPCs work a very similar way. So if I click this NPC, you will see it has a conversation. It's Corey default. When I go to those conversations, here in the mission template, you will see Corey default. So I can change this to, when's the default one? I can change this to, hello, Hackcon. Give this a, do I need to completely restart, or do I actually need to back out? One of the things that I still haven't got my head around is when I need to restart TwilioQuest and when I just need to back out of something. I probably need to restart here. Corey's busy. Oh, I need to... Actually, I don't even know what that instruction is saying. Oh, my bad. I've gotten lost. What does it want me to do? This is the observation text. Why is Corey busy? Why can't I chat to you, Corey? Avinash is telling me. Avinash, at this point, you've probably done more of these workshops than I have, dude. I actually don't know why Corey is busy. Why are you busy, Corey? This is the check the observation property in this NPC in the tile map. Aha! So if I just delete that property, then that should do it, right? But now I'm going to get my terrible plants because I have filled this map with plants. Let's have a look. Let's see what I've done. Are we ready for houseplant mania? Hey, look at all the beautiful houseplants. There we go. Hello, Hackcon. Corey says hello. So it's that simple. So that's the basics of editing stuff. I want to take a little bit now to go back to the main TwilioQuest game and talk to you a little bit in the last couple of minutes we have left about making these educational experiences. So the aim, you can build all kinds of things in TwilioQuest. We actually have an example on the GitHub repo of building a shooter with TwilioQuest, for example. But it's mostly geared to be a platform for educational games. And we have a certain kind of pattern to that, which makes it really easy for you to slot in any kind of content that you want. And that is based on these objective screens. So this is the objective screen. As I said, there's an overview that tells the student what's going to happen and what reward they get. Give them the incentive, tell them what they're going to learn. The objective screen tells the student how to accomplish this mission, how to get past it, what it is they need to do, what the exercise is. And then the help screen is where you do the tutorialization. It's where you explain the concept. It's where you link to more resources. And then you're going to test their knowledge. So with these steps, you're setting expectations. You're telling them what they have to do and what they have to learn. You're teaching them. And then with the form entries and with the hack button, you're testing that they've learned and retained something from the objective screen. And so when you're teaching something, if you've got a workshop, probably have a workshop with a fairly standard cadence where you have like learning objectives and you have things that you want that you have, then have some slides where you're teaching them what you want them to learn. And then maybe you have an exercise, maybe they get into pairs and do something, maybe they write some code. You can follow that same pattern and just translate that to here's the learning objectives, here's what you're going to be doing this workshop, here's the teaching part, and then here's the exercise. And so you can chunk up if you've got those chunks in your workshop, or you can chunk up your workshop that way, you can slot that really easily into the existing TwilioQuest framework and how TwilioQuest works. And along the way, you can, add these cool things like the fact that in the JavaScript mission, the room explodes and there's fire everywhere now. You can add these NPCs who give extra information and guide the user along. You can hide things like there's this hidden chest up here, which has an extra challenge to reinforce some learning, but also gives a little bit of bonus XP. And then you can use things like the XP to help you in various ways. So we've got the operation running throughout this contest, this operation here, which you should totally join. And right now, here at Hackcon, we're using this as a contest. We're saying, go solve as many objectives as you can, and we will give a prize for the highest winner. But if you're using TwilioQuest in a workshop, this gives you a live feed of all of the missions that they're completing. So I can say, hey, I know that Thunder has just completed the basic training. I know exactly where they are. I know where my students are. I know if anyone is falling behind. I can look at the total XP and say, oh, that player doesn't have much XP. They might need an extra hand. And I can get a TA over there to help them. So TwilioQuest gives you a great platform to build educational games. It gives you a lot of power because it has access to the full desktop environment. It's built with open source technologies. And so you can, learn a lot of really cool things in the course of teaching others. And then you have these other tools around it, like operations, that help you keep control of a class and keep your eyes on a class as you're teaching and make sure that no one falls behind. The link for this leaderboard, Sunder, is here. The other ask I want to put out for you, as I mentioned, these features are still alpha. They are still experimenting with them. Our feedback, especially from you, as club leaders, as student organizers, we really value your feedback and your time and how useful you find this. Come chat to me, drop me a DM. If you have an idea for a mission, we'd love to collaborate with you on it. Like we as a way, we can make sure that you get to where you want to get to. I see Kevin talking about an orbit mission. Kevin, let's do it. Let's come join me on stream sometime. If you want to be an absolute champion like Avanash and give TwilioQuest workshops all across the land, we will totally be happy to help you do that and to provide us whatever resources we can. You will find all kinds of resources for supporting TwilioQuest workshops on our students page and in the Discord. So yeah, that is pretty much all from me. Last reminder that if you want to know about all of the things that are happening with Twilio at Hackcon, all of the student and educational stuff we have, you can go along to twil.io/TQ Hackcon. And I'll drop that in chat. And this is a gist with all of the information about how to get started with all of the things, how to join the operation and win some extra prizes, how to become a Twilio field operator, like Lizzie spoke again earlier, how to get money for your club if you give TwilioQuest workshops, and how to get some free credit for your own Twilio hacking. So thank you very much, everyone. I've been Joe Nash. Enjoy the rest of Hackcon, and I will catch you in the Discord.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. That was awesome. I remember seeing TwilioQuest when the entire thing was back in alpha, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and it's pretty impressive. It's like a pretty legit game these days. I'll have to go take another stab at it myself. All right, folks. So next up, we have Swift and Elise presenting the winners of the world's fastest hackathon ceremony. One quick reminder, if you have not done so yet, there are 2 things you need to do to get the free swag from Hackcon. Check in at hackpack/Hackcon check-in and go on Discord to the Join Hackcon channel and take the action. I think it's reacting to a message to get your role. You need to do both of those things to get your swag, so make sure you've done them both. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand things off to Swift and Elise to talk you through the world's fastest hackathon. Woo!
Hey, Swift. Can you hear me okay? Oh, Swift, you're muted.
Hello. There we go.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Hello, world. Amazing. Well, welcome, everybody. We're going to go through the world's fastest hackathon final demos here. Elise, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'd love to. So my name's Elise. I'm Senior Partnerships Manager here at MLH. I hope everyone's having a really wonderful Hackcon. This is my 4th. I'm super excited to be here and find out who won the world's fastest hackathon.
Oh yeah, I'm Swift. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Major League Hacking. If you tuned in for the keynote earlier, you got to see me. I didn't actually say what number Hackcon this is for me, but it's got to be up there. I must be like 14 or so, because we had all the European editions that happened in between everything as well. I think I still hold the record for most Hackcons attended, which I'm pretty proud of. But Richard Murby from DevPost may have me. He may be very close to my streak as well.
Well, that's extra impressive considering he's not the CEO and co-founder.
I know, right? I feel like he definitely gets the points for that one.
Yeah, definitely. Double points.
So what exactly is the world's fastest hackathon, in case people are just tuning in right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So for this event, you and a teammate had to come up with a hack in about 15 minutes, which is a very short amount of time. And a bunch of you shared videos on the Discord where people were voting for the funniest hack, most useless hack, and best overall.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what are we going to do here? Are we going to see the winners of this? Is that the idea here?
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So without further ado.
Yeah, let's look at some winners. So we had 3 categories, right? One of them was the funniest, one of them was the most useless, and one of them was the best overall. And we had some really good submissions. I mean, what did you think of the videos you saw?
I loved them. Yeah. I mean,
me too.
Always impressive, innovative content coming from this community of people.
I laughed, I scratched my head, and I even saw a project that I would use myself. So I feel like I covered all of our bases here.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, up first, we have our winner for the funniest hack. Now, what we were looking for here is a hack that made us laugh, brought joy to our faces, and ideally everybody here at Hackcon. And with a quick drum roll here, the winner of the funniest hack is Whack-a-Blahage, which I've renamed all these hacks to my own memorable name here. But congrats to Adam and Sunder B. We're going to go ahead and see if we can queue up the video to play now to see your demo.
So here is what we attempted to make in the world's fastest hackathon. As you can see, when I click start, we get a table. And as you can see, we have a picture of Blahage. I'm sure Sunder would love to explain what happened if you can hear him.
We think, well, it's Blahage, but he's playing hide and seek, you see. He can't. Either that or it's an invisible Blahage. We don't know, but we're still investigating that.
Yeah, but we got the first bit. Like, it appears in random squares, and the plan was to make it like whack-a-mole, but whack-a-Blahage. So each time a Blahage appears in a different square. So this time it appears here. We start it again. This time it appears there. And that was the plan. But unfortunately, we never managed to finish. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this really quick demo video.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm amazed. I think actually a ton of people wrote code for this, which I'm quite impressed by. I feel like World's Fastest Hackathon is usually mostly just a pitch, but pretty impressive for like 15 minutes worth of code, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not surprised that Blahage Gang showed out at Hackcon. Very, very strong presence at all of our events. So.
Wait, do you know what a Blahage is?
I think it's like a stuffed shark that has a lot of personality.
I feel like the Blahage Gang folks are going to be after me for asking that question here. I saw on a live stream recently that Ryan had like a ton of them behind him, and I still don't know if I fully understand this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't quite get it, but that might be because we're old. So.
Are you dating us here? Are you dating us here, at least? Shall we move on to our next category?
Yeah, so turns out you guys are so good at creating useless hacks that we have a tiebreaker here, or not a tiebreaker, but we have a tie. So first one is called Do Not Tap Here by Ashwin and Rico. So
Amazing.
Let's have a look.
Awesome. Hello everyone. This is the world's most, I don't know what you can call this hack. But whatever you want to do not tap on this. Do not tap here. It says right in the title, right? So do not tap here no matter what. The repository is there, but do not tap here. So I'm going to tap it just to show you, but do not tap on this link, okay? Even after you open the link, it says not to tap here. You should follow the what it's saying, right? So do not tap here, okay? But I'm going to do it. So it looks like you really wanted to be eaten by Blahaj, isn't it? So it's giving me the last warning. You should not tap here. You should totally not tap here. All right. So really, I'm advising you not to tap there. But if you're insisting me so much, I will do it. Fine for you. I'm going to tap here and let's see what happens. Okay. It's shouting at me that not to tap, but still I did. And it's giving me a big warning that if I want my team to win, I should not tap there. So I'm not going to tap here, and I don't think you should definitely tap here. And this is what the hack is. Thank you for watching.
Another Blahaj gang hack, maybe?
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like they're bad at following directions. I mean, it literally said do not tap here like how many times, right?
Also, I'm the type of person, if someone says don't tap here, like there's no way I'm tapping that.
I don't know where I am on that. I feel like I might be the person who, I mean, I want to know what would happen if we tapped it the last time. I'm not going to lie, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Curiosity killed the cat, Swift.
I wouldn't be a very good cat is the truth, I guess.
Good thing for those 9 lives, right?
Yes, truth. Wait,
Cool.
but you said we had a tie, right?
Yes.
So
moving right on, this is actually the titular hack called Most Useless Hack. These folks were obviously very determined to win the category. So let's see what they created.
What if you want to see red? You could go to the Google and search red color. But why not just click the button? Yeah, that's red. Now, you guys may be thinking, what's going on? That's exactly what we're saying. It's the most useless hack we have ever seen. Many people don't even get what's going on. Lennon, you can continue.
Yeah. So we made this is a submission for the most useless hack for the world's fastest hackathon at MLH Hackcon. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Nice.
that is a truly useless hack. I mean, I think the name is spot on, huh?
Yeah, I'm just curious if this was for Color Wars Red Team.
I mean, I have to imagine. Your team red?
Heck yeah, I'm Team
Oh,
Red.
no. Team Yellow is where it's at, though. Team Yellow. I'm pretty sure that Lennon is on Team Yellow. I remember seeing him in our team chat.
Oh, man. Looks like Lennon got played. Nice one, Mohammed.
Yes, nice one. Wait, we have one more category, right? It's the best overall hack.
Yeah, best overall. Let's see.
Well, so we had a hack that made us laugh. We had 2 hacks that had us scratching our head. I feel like the best overall hack had to be something that we would actually use, right? And so without further ado, the winner is Quick Terminal. Congrats to Woob and One Fognat. Let's see if we can queue up the demo.
Quick Terminal. Say goodbye to having to move your mouse. In 2020 alone, there were 15.5 million Apple products sold. None of the Macs had a keyboard shortcut for the terminal. Introducing Quick Terminal. So this consists of a whole 4 lines of code, and what you do is download it, and then go to your system preferences and enable it in your keyboard shortcuts, and then assign a shortcut, which I use Alt-Command-T. So then now you're good to go. In any application, press Alt-Command-T, and it'll open up a terminal. This is useful for anyone with a wrist injury who doesn't want to move their hand around much, and it helps with general productivity.
There you have it. Quick Terminal. Best overall. So this is not only useful for people who have wrist injuries, but for people who are learning to touch type and are mistyping the word terminal over and over again, like me. It's also extremely useful. So I'm all about this hack. I would absolutely use this.
Very cool. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some good projects, huh?
Totally. Yeah, this is really fun.
Amazing. Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the world's fastest hackathon. Obviously, if you enjoyed this experience, I would highly recommend you get yourself out to a longer hackathon in the MLH season. We do have them literally every single weekend of the year, except for when we have Hackcon and Local Hack Day. And those events are awesome, just as good as those hackathons. So definitely check them out too. But congrats to all the winners. You'll all be getting the world's fastest hackathon winner tag on Discord, so your role on Discord, so that everybody will see exactly how awesome of a hacker and how speedy of a hacker you actually are. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't thank our friends at Twilio, who sponsored Hackcon and this awesome event, made it possible. We're really, really happy to have a long-term continued partnership with Twilio and amazing folks like Joe Nash out demoing some really cool stuff they're working on and helping to empower our community too. And with that, I think that's it for both of us, huh? So happy hacking, everybody, and happy Hackcon.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, folks. I loved all of those demos. There were some pretty creative and interesting ideas there, and particularly useless in a lot of cases, which I really appreciate. All right, so next we are going to be doing Gartic Phone, which is our next mini event. We'll probably have to take about a 5-minute break here while we wait for them to get set up, but stay tuned, listen to some bumping music, and we will get started shortly. Alrighty, folks, we are going to be kicking off our next mini event now. We have Ro right back with you to talk about Gartic Phone. It's an awesome event.
Hey, thanks for that, John. Yeah, we're going to be running a mini event called Gartic Phone very shortly. If you haven't yet, go ahead and check out our mini events channel on our Discord. I've gone ahead and dropped the invite there for you. We're also waiting for a good friend of ours, Victoria, to come join us on the chat on the stream as well. But for now, I'll go ahead and share the live room essentially, and you'll be able to see whether or not you've actually joined us. So as you can see, we've got about 3 folks already in there, including Victoria and myself. So if you haven't yet, jump in there. I'll go ahead and briefly explain like what's going to be going on in terms of the rules and regulations of the game right now. So basically, once you've joined in, we're going to go ahead and start drawing and guessing illustrations. It's very much like telestrations and the word. So it's very much like Pictionary and like telephone combined. So basically, one person will guess the picture, and then another person will draw a picture based on that guess, and so on and so forth. So basically, from the original like picture that or statement that you draw a picture based off of, like it'll start to evolve into something completely ridiculous, and that's the point here. So we're just gonna basically try to have as much fun as possible. So looks like we have more folks joining us here. We have got Edward, Ace, Tony, Ashwin on Team Yellow. That's awesome. Moose, Samuel, Val's Team Red. We've got Chandu. I just like to shout out everyone so they can, feel a little love from us on the MLH side in terms of, being interactive with our mini events. So we do this all for y'all. And here we go. We've got Victoria joining us as well. So, happy to see you. And, how do you join? Okay, so folks are asking how to join. And I do want to just reiterate that the invite is on the Discord channel. It's in our mini events Discord channel. So feel free to jump on over there and get into the room. Yep. So far, we've got 11 folks joined in the game. Alrighty. Yep. All right, so it looks like we can start. We got the 14 players, unless Vic, you wanna like expand it over to 30 players.
I don't know how to do that, but should we do that? Oh, there's actually option. Should we do that?
You know what? Let's run it with the 14 for now, and then we're gonna do another round right afterwards. So we're gonna do normal mode for now. The same rules apply, and yes, you are gonna join the MLH Discord and go into the mini event channel there for Hackcon. So be sure to go in there, and you'll be able to find the invite. So let's go ahead and get this started. By the way, if you are playing along with us at home, be sure to kind of just like minimize the stream because you're gonna be able to see like all of the answers and questions, and it kind of like defeats the purpose, but you'll be able to follow along with us here. Let's go ahead and get it started. So whenever you're ready, Vic.
Okay, let's get started.
So excited. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and write a sentence. We'll let's go. Stop sign. Yelling at a school bus. It's my turn, I guess. So you know what, Vic? Next game, we should probably let you screen share since you're the one like that actually has the thing.
You have to write this. Oh, you already write.
Yeah. So I'm just sharing my side. It's not actually showing like the actual gameplay as it goes. So
no, it's like okay.
Okay. So here, my sentence. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw a. This is gonna be good. And this is me sitting and chilling. Yeesh, that's a face. Apparently, and then Zoan. And I guess that passes it on to the next person. Yeah, so next time around, you should definitely screen share, Vic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sharing my screen. They can only see like what I'm doing. And
yeah, but they can also see me doing any. Yeah. Mine is actually similar to yours. Yeah, I think. Okay, I can share my screen. Okay. I think we can try the shorter time. So, yeah.
Whenever, first of all, I'm like super embarrassed right now because this picture that I drew is very low quality and it's been on screen for quite some time now. So for all the folks at home, you know, yeah, please don't judge me. I use my mouse for this, so I don't know how good y'all are with drawing with your mouse. Yeah, this is supposed to be. I was under pressure. I felt so. You know.
Yes, that's the reason I don't want to share my screen.
I think I think if you share your screen, like it'll have the gameplay since you're like the host of the actual game. And let's see here.
No, it's like it's running when it's running out of time. It will just automatically jump to another one. Mine is actually similar to yours.
So you're seeing just this picture right now?
I'm seeing mine sentence and my picture. Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, so it looks like there you go. Okay, so now it's my turn to describe this scene. Yeah, I just let's see. I don't know what this is like. No idea. Yeah. So we did not mention this previously. I do want to reiterate that there is a code of conduct within MLH. So if there are any like inappropriate images that do come up on stream, we will be removing them shortly, and also, you know, making sure that anybody that was actually responsible for that will be removed from the stream itself. Please be sure to consult your code of conduct. Here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So this is a let me go ahead and do something. I'm assuming that this is what you mean. And this one will be pushing a thing of this sort. Yeah, I think, you know, I just gotta. And here we go. We've got like different items here and stuff that you can add. All right, I think I'm done there. I think that was pretty artistic. If you take a look at it. So some folks have joined the Discord but can't find the link. Doesn't have a streamer mode where it can hide it from streams. Let's take a look into that. I'm gonna go ahead and look into that myself. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'd prefer it so that we weren't actually looking at my artwork the entire time. I would like to see how like everyone else actually is.
But it's supposed this game you're supposed not to see others' artwork. And actually, I should not see your artwork. I shouldn't see your artwork, but I think that's fine.
I think for like the purpose of the stream itself, like it would be nice to have like when I saw other folks doing it, it just seemed like a little more like interactive. Like we could see like the actual game as it progresses, versus just like being able to see like my picture the entire time. Let's see. We'll do fast. Turn this on. Turn this off. Percent. Alrighty.
Oh.
Huh. So okay. So. Thanks, Ashwin. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here we go again. I am going to. I don't know how. Let's see. Whatever. And I guess. Let's just make this. These are circles. And let's do like a different color for this one. Similar kind of whatever. It's a bit different. Oh, that was terrible. So yeah, that's what that is. I'm really curious to see like what people are saying about my my artwork here.
I think it's my fault.
It's all good. After this round, we'll switch it up. We'll switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I have to draw it with the mouse too.
You're good. Let's see here.
I think we can short for next time we can shorten each round, like make it faster, make it more nervous.
Yeah,
excited.
I think there's definitely like a speed run here. We should probably do that. The clock,
Okay.
or we could do like yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, because this one is kind of like now they're. Alrighty. All right, so it's my turn to describe this scene. What keeps happening? Like one is like has absolutely nothing to do with the thing I previously drew. Let's see here. Okay. Are those my initials? Drawing with bro.
No. Okay.
There's no way that that's the actual. Anyway. Now I get it. Now I think there are two. Are there two separate games going on at the same time? Oops.
It's like let me draw first. Um,
Whoa. So, all right, I'm drawing this thing. It's a secret, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but whoever gets this next is going to be pleasantly surprised by the amazing quality of what it is that I'm currently putting together. I don't know. I think I just messed it up.
Okay. So actually, how this game work for the normal mode is like at first everyone will write down a sentence, and that sentence will pass down to the person next to you, and then based on that sentence, people will draw, and then after people draw, it will pass down to another people, and then that people have to guess what is this picture about. I think you are getting the same description from same person. It's actually me. Yeah, I wrote this description. My English is bad, so I barely I would say not very descriptive, but I try my best.
No, all good. So the game is like we mentioned earlier, it's like Pictionary and illustrations
Yeah.
combined. So it's drawing and then guessing the illustrations, and then the person so basically you'll guess one person's picture, and then the next person in line will have to draw a picture based on your guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So it kind of it evolves as time goes along. And I don't know if y'all are following along at home, but this, I drew some. It's gotten to a point where it's very far from the original meaning of the drawing itself. So
yeah, I actually wonder how many turns it will be, maybe 14, because since we have 14 people, because okay, this.
Describing color. Yeah, I don't know I don't understand. Does this have something to do with the previous thing that I drew? I don't know. It just seems very. Okay. All right. So here is me, and I usually do this activity sitting down. So I don't know why I gave myself this really long neck, but that's what I did, and I'm sticking to it. Here we go. We are gonna. I guess that kind of looks. Let me just start over here because that looks terrible. All right, so. Jeez. Boy. Jeez. Oops. Let's go ahead and come on. Give me the right color. Oh yeah, gotta make it into a pen again. Cool. Alrighty. This is cool. All right. And then me kind of sitting angrily. Yeah. This is a couch, by the way. There you go. Now I just look okay, whatever. That's my final product. I'm sticking to it.
I got a really weird one, and I maybe it's I really don't know. I even look up on Google what this word mean, at least word mean, but I'm still not sure what is that.
Oh, good. So I'm setting up the next room. I'm just gonna go ahead and host it on my thing. I'm not sure when this round ends, to be quite honest. It's very okay. So we've got 10 out of 14. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make y'all join a different one in a moment. I'm gonna drop it. Okay. By the way, y'all, I went ahead and invited y'all to a separate room in the Discord.
What?
I don't know what that is. So go ahead and join in the other Discord. So I guess this is gonna go for like another 3 rounds between 14 people. So that's about 42 more drawings and guesses. So the other room is gonna be like filling up pretty quickly. So if y'all want to just join in there, go ahead. But I'm gonna go ahead and I have no idea what this is, to be honest. I'm just gonna say cryptic.
US com. This?
Alrighty, so here we go. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So I think I got this one on lock because I know what this machine looks like. I think I'm doing an okay job considering. All right, and then it's got like a pedal and stuff, and then a chain that connects here. I think this is good. I think me using the same color is quite confusing. Yep, you're absolutely right, Ashwin. That's what we're gonna do in a moment. So, because I'm red team, so that's supposed to be a logo on my hat. I don't know. Terrible. Yeah, we're gonna do that for the next one. So I've got like 8 folks in the other room, and we're just gonna go ahead and make sure that we run it a little quicker for the next time around. Alrighty. All right. Admire my beautiful drawing, y'all. It's. Did I mention I'm an art major? I'm not. So we've got 20 more minutes. We're just gonna hopefully get through this round a lot quicker and do the super speed run version for the next time around. And yeah, if we don't, yeah, it wasn't meant to be that, but you know what? I appreciate that you would, that you would interpret that as flowing red hair, because yeah, it clearly wasn't meant to be, but it is what it is. Alrighty, who's next? Yeah, I know. It was for like the quality of my penmanship was subpar that time around, and I apologize. But yeah, next time around I'll try to really focus on the penmanship. Ooh. First and foremost, I just want to give a shout out to whoever drew this. This is amazing. It looks like, for me, it looks like a car in the desert. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say that this is a. Oh, now I remember where this came from. Yeah, it does look like that, right? I'm gonna troll a little bit, and I'm gonna say underwater. All right. And once again, thank you so much. This is going to be amazing. It just gives me, I just realized you can fill in colors, which is quite amazing. Here, let's do that. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, still works. Let's go ahead and put like dots on there. Boom, boom, boom. And okay, here we got. And I would assume that this type of activity is like super exciting. So yeah, hands up in the air, super excited. Really, and then yeah. Oh yeah, because people don't know. You got to make sure that they know. How y'all think I did? In the comment section, just out of 10. 11s are welcome, rated out of 10. But yeah, like I said, if you want to you want to give me like a super high rating, that's also fine with me. I think this is pretty much like one of the best best depictions I've seen thus far, to be quite honest, or at least that I've been personally involved with. Vic, do you have an opinion?
Mm, yeah. No. I think it's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
No.
It's not meant to be. This is a callback to the red flowing hair from my previous picture. But yeah, that was cute comment on your part. I appreciate it.
I think if that is swift, you have to draw like a beard.
More, also different color hair, I would say.
Yeah, I think his hair is more blonde. Yeah.
All right, this is going to be the last round. The next round that we do is gotta be super quick, y'all, because we are only here until 2:30. But we'll go ahead and try to like speed through it, and if not, we'll end the broadcast and continue playing if y'all want to do that. But we do encourage everyone to kind of like look at the other programming that's available throughout Hackcon. So here we go. We're actually done. We're gonna take a look at. So now it kind of like, Vic, it shows you like the entire like progress of the game at this point, right?
Yeah.
So eat an apple on the sofa. That's me eating an apple on the sofa. Oh, awesome.
Oh. Empty. Oh.
I feel like this went pretty well earlier, so
Yeah.
like early on.
Oh, fancy sofa.
Relaxing in sofa with an apple.
Okay. It's quite called folding a red wallpaper. Okay.
All right, that makes sense.
Oh.
Okay, and then it starts over again, so then like folks get to do a different thing. I see. Oh, I get it now, Vic. So it's like everyone does like something different. Like, like everyone has like one that they actually what's it called? Like suggest. So it became a mailbox with sign stopping a bin. This is hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's just like maybe we should try the crowd mode for the next room so that everyone can be faster, I believe. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I don't know if we want to sit and watch like the entire. I mean, I feel like it would be super anticlimactic not to. Let's see. Is there any way to? Let's see.
Yeah. Is there any way? Just because we have so many people here, so
yeah,
I'm just not sure. Is it? I think it's up to everyone.
Yeah.
No way to speed up. Okay. Yeah.
We can keep playing. Like I said, y'all. Totally up to everyone here. Yeah, Coconut Crush. This is me drawing two coconuts that love each other. Yeah. Oh, and like Ashwin. But you were watching me draw. I'm pretty sure, Ashwin. Alrighty. That's hilarious. That's a way better coconut than I could have drawn. So, yeah, I knew it.
No.
These are hilarious. I love the dress details on that one. So it goes through like the entire game. You know what it should do? It should like stop at each game and then do the recap so that we could see it and then like move on to the next person.
Yeah, and also I have to keep pressing next. I feel like it's, yeah. Can you press on other player? Like, is it have to be me pressing on it?
I think it's you because you're the host. So you're the one with the like the crown.
Yeah, but I cannot like continue to other. Also, like it have to be like press. It's a little bit weird. They should have a option that everyone see each album, something like that.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's see here. Alrighty, y'all. Blahaj was the original. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm thinking like, yeah, we probably won't have time to start. This is why I'm like, it's probably better we just like kind of watch like how the game pans out, because we're probably not going to have enough time to start an entirely new game at this point because this took quite a while. I did want to mention that, this Gartic Phone mini event was sponsored by Orbit. So if y'all have a chance, definitely check out Kevin from Orbit in our Discord channel and the Orbit Discord channel over there. Go ahead and drop a question to Kevin. I know that Orbit is a really cool kind of not sponsor related, but it's a way to organize your community and to basically keep in touch with your community in a way that basically allows you to grow and it allows you to do it at scale as well. So, we're really happy to have them here. And yeah, they're in the Discord. Feel free to drop them a line. I know Kevin was also an MLH coach at some point, so he's very familiar with the MLH community and is like a super active member. So yeah, just wanted to say that as well. And of course, Vic showing everyone up with the amazing attention to detail, driving on the beach. Awesome. Yet again, an awesome picture. Now I remember when this picture came up, actually. I don't have a mouse. That's an awesome name.
Oh, this one's really good. It's feel very like cinematic.
I like the angle that they chose, right? So it's a beach day with a car.
It feel like it's going to have a lot of drama happening. Okay.
Some of these are so great, honestly. Shark with a tie shopping at the supermarket.
Okay, I know what is this one. Sorry, I spelled.
Yeah, Jack.
I spelled that wrong.
All good. Yeah. Blaha in the supermarket. Ashwin again with the quite literal interpretation of the previous title. That's awesome. And I like the little items on in the grocery store that were there too. That's pretty.
Yeah, it looks very fancy. Oh, this one is so fancy.
Very nice shading, I would say. Okay.
Okay.
Good. I'm giving everyone at least an E for effort. I think everyone tried their hardest, including myself. I just want to point that out. So here we go, Temple.
Cause okay.
Yeah, it was a long stretch on my part in terms of guessing what that was. Wooden fort, castle made of sticks with the yellow flags. Awesome.
Okay.
Castle with yellow flags.
Oh, this castle is really big.
I feel like it's easier to draw stuff that doesn't have like curves on it. You know, it's like I'm sleepy. Sorry, I'm sleepy. Oh, thanks, Sam Jam. We had a great time as well. Half sofa burning. That's hilarious. All right. Hello, I am human being. Okay. Sounds about right to me. I think that was. Wow. Very nice. Giant waves to appear. Awesome. And it's a green giant, which is, green person with brown hair saying hi to an orange person.
Okay, I know what is this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it had to do with like the color war theme.
Yeah.
So. Green hides red. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Also, why? Or I think the original one is orange. It's become green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so some folks didn't get their guesses in time. That's fine.
Mm.
All right. Here we go. Frankie the File System Ferret taking over the world.
Oh!
Surfing on the internet with a pet. Yeah, that got lost in translation immediately. Oh, I remember this one now. Yeah. This one got really out of hand. So domain. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You remember now, right?
Yeah.
I was just looking at it for a really long time wondering what IDK.
I don't know.
Appropriate response. All right. US incomness. Yeah, exactly. I think that was sus.com. Sorry, Edward. That was good. That's about as good as you can make that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm thinking should I just write like crypto.com, but I feel like that would be a little bit too lame. So I think sus.com is more interesting than crypto.com.
So shout outs to Ashlyn, who now understands the game after about 40 minutes of playing it. And I'm totally with you there. Like, yeah, it is like the whisper game, and like in like other places we call it telephone. So that's why it's called. So that's why the game is called Gartic Phone. I think it's like a mixture of like cryptic and phone, and I don't know where the gar comes from, but
yeah.
Mhm.
I thought this game is called Garlic Phone, and I feel like why is that very stinky? Is it because it's very stinky, or
Garlic
I have
Phone.
no idea about this one. What is Spain? Do Spain?
So this started out as like a taxi driver, a vegetarian taxi driver, and yeah, this is what it became. This became man flying on pickle. Yep, I thought I did pretty good there.
Elephant in the bookstore.
That is a whimsical scenario, if I may say so myself. Come on, y'all. There you go. Look at that. Look at that elephant with glasses on, reading. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So here we go. We've got. That's really nice. That's really nice.
I know what is this one.
Man. So good, Vic. Amazing. It's almost as if you're a professional.
Okay.
There you go. Yours versus mine. Clearly reading a book. Yep.
Oh.
Very nice use of color. Green book. Teacher. Makes sense. Teachers do have triangle hats like that typically. Very nice. Very nice. That one didn't get too out of hand. I felt like it was pretty much on point the entire time. F for elephant.
I know what is this one. Yeah.
Masked Harry Potter sweaty person with a mask. Oh, I did so poorly on this one. Now that I remember, person with frazzled hair wearing blue mask.
I'm like, why is this here above? So
Mask with hair. This is what you gave me, Vic. And this is what I gave you back. I don't know where I thought I erased those lines, but yeah, I apologize to
oh, this one is really
mask with hair. Okay, mask. Okay,
oh, really
literal
nice.
take on a mask. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Right, looks like.
Okay. Yeah, that's also mask.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. We can kind of like take a look at this real quick, but we're gonna start wrapping it up soon. Hello world. We appreciate that, Lennon. I think that's pretty on point for the theme of the weekend, and yeah,
I'm very
clearly.
impressed by all of these. I feel like I don't have nearly this level of artistic ability.
I think it's a challenge when you're doing it in a time crunch and also doing it, like for me, it was with my mouse. So I think for the most part, everyone did a great job. We just want to thank everyone for coming in and joining us here. Had a lot of fun. We'll try to play some more later on. I still got the other room going if y'all wanna join me. But for now, I guess we'll just pass it back to John, Master of Ceremonies.
Awesome. Thank you, Ro and Vic. That was an awesome mini event. Next up, we're going to be doing discussions. But before that, we have a special word from our friend of MLH and longtime sponsor of Hackcon, Evan from Brand Makers. Hi, Evan.
Hey, John. How's it going? What's
Good.
up?
Welcome to Hackcon.
Hey, thanks. Good to be here. It's good to be back. I wish that we were in person. But anyways, I just wanted to take a minute and thank all of the hackers, the organizers who have supported us over the years. It's been awesome to be able to work with you, and I look forward to hopefully being to communicate with you guys on this Discord channels. But I just wanted to take a minute. If there's any questions too, definitely feel free to come over and chat with me on the Discord channel. But I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on what's happening right now with the promotional products world and swag and the difficulties that we're kind of seeing due to COVID. So the first thing that I wanted to highlight is that right now, stock is quite a bit of an issue. Getting stock on even basic promotional products is becoming difficult, and we anticipate that it'll probably continue to get more difficult as we get towards the last quarter, as people start really amping up spending for like the holidays. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that, and obviously you're trying to get things ordered as quickly as you can, but definitely come and talk to me as soon as you can so that we can start working on what you guys want to do and making sure that we can secure stock as soon as we can, because it's been frustrating for us and a lot of our clients that we're really not able to get basic stock secured for t-shirts, sweatshirts, everything. So definitely wanted to highlight that. Also, pricing is very important to us, and I know that you guys are probably price conscientious, sensitive. So brand makers, we try to be very competitive, and I think that MLH continues to use us not only because our pricing is good, but because our customer service and our quality and our attention to detail is also really, really high. So a lot of you have been working as well with my assistant Courtney. So either Courtney or I or will handle your orders, but definitely know that we are willing to talk with you and figure out your budget, and if we're a bit high on price or whatever, it's not really a big deal. Definitely come and have a conversation with us so that we can make sure that we do what we can to work within your budget. And then also I wanted to talk a little bit about shipping and fulfillment. So obviously MLH has got a pretty good setup with their fulfillment warehouse. Ours is different and separate, but we wanted to highlight that we are also capable of helping you fulfill, your swag shipments as well. So keep that in mind. Like, we can produce everything, we can kit it, and then we can send it out to your attendees, and provide them with tracking information and like handle that whole process from ordering to delivery and fulfillment. So, anyways, excited to work with y'all again, and we've already been working with several hackathons already. So, anyways, we're stoked to be working with you always. And if there's anything that I can do, let me know. And then also, yeah, keep in mind, if you have any questions, even if you can't use me, I have been doing this for over 12 years, and I'd be happy to look at pricing or, discuss strategy, whatever you need. I'm a resource, and I'm willing to, share my time with you and, work through any questions or, concerns that you have in the swag department. So I assume there's a lot of first-time organizers that don't really know what they're doing with swag. So I'd love to, hop on a phone call or whatever, chat-wise, Zoom, whatever you're comfortable with. I'd love to talk through it with you. John, any questions?
No, I mean, thank you. I mean, I feel like I always come in and talk about how like everything MLH has ever produced was done through brand makers. So like all the T-shirts and like whatever we do, like hats, all that stuff is coming through brand makers. Do you remember the story with this T-shirt?
With that T-shirt, I don't.
So many years ago, you've been doing our blue MLH T-shirts for a really long time. Swift and I were throwing a Halloween party at our house, and the theme of the party was dynamic duos. And a friend of mine decided that they would have everyone at the party dressed up as Swift and I. And I'm pretty sure he emailed you and got you to print up all the bootleg MLH swag for them as a one-off thing in off-brand colors, which now is perfect because I'm on the red team here at Hackcon and I can rep the color and I have this. But yeah, that was a funny little thing years ago.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So does it say it says Swift on the back? Is that right?
It does say Swift on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done a lot of fun things over the years. And I know that you guys are great about helping people understand our capabilities. I mean, we definitely do like your basic swag, and we like to do more complex things as well. But I think that Swift sometimes he talks me up a little bit too much. Thinks that I can manufacture anything, which we can do a lot of things, and we've done a lot of fun things. We work with even some of the sponsors. We do stuff with a lot of the sponsors as well. So, and I don't, as far as the hacking community goes too, it's like we're really very much like a lot of my corporate clients as well are in the developer world, and so I feel like I have a pretty unique view and understanding of your community and what makes sense and what's good. And so I feel like I understand your community quite well, and we appreciate you and are grateful for the business that you guys bring us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Evan. We love working with you too. I would also encourage all of you to go to the Brand Makers channel on Discord. And while you're in there, you may want to ask both Joe Nash and Evan about battle axes. There's a good story there about how MLH got to working with Brand Makers that involved a hackathon and battle axes. So when Evan says he can't produce anything, he can produce a lot of weird stuff. So it's pretty good. Next up, we're going to be doing discussions. So let me pull up my slide deck here and talk to you all about what's going on with discussions. Ahem. So we're going to be doing discussions now. Historically, we've been told that these are people's favorite part of Hackcon. It's certainly one of my favorite parts of Hackcon. But why are they so incredible? Well, discussions are your time to connect on a deeper level with other organizers, have more one-to-one conversations rather than listening to their expert advice, ask questions about things in a more private setting, like how they handled difficult sponsor scenarios or things like that. You can bond over the highs and lows of being an organizer because it does have both, and you can build one-on-one connections and network. So how exactly do discussions work this year? Well, if you go over to Discord, you will see two different categories of conversation there. There's discussion block 1, discussion block 2, and then unconference discussions. All of those are voice channels. So these are going to be live discussions. The two blocks are going to be led by our facilitators here. If you join one of the unconference channels or one of the other ones, you'll need your own facilitator. What exactly does it mean to be a good discussion facilitator, though? It's a little bit different than being a speaker. Well, the first thing is that you should be asking open-ended questions. The goal of the discussion is to get people participating and sharing, not just listening. You should proactively invite people there to participate, but don't force anyone. Not everyone wants to talk. Ask someone in the group to take notes so that there's a record of what you all talked about that you can utilize afterwards. And of course, use the discussion guides that we're going to post in Hackcon announcements. Now, you might be wondering, how can you be an awesome discussion participant? First, speak confidently. Your opinion is valued here. Even if you're a first-time organizer, even if you've never had a discussion about this before, I'm sure you have something to share or some perspective that you can add to everything. You should ask your own questions when you're curious about something. And just because someone else has the same idea as you, it doesn't mean you don't have something else to say. So don't feel discouraged. What if you're not interested in any of the discussions, though? Well, we do have two awesome discussions, but if you want to talk about something else, you can go over to unconference discussions and start your own conversation about any hacker community organizing topic. So head on over now. The first couple of discussions we're going to have here will be, let me pull it up. We're going to have who is a hacker, looking directly at but also beyond the hacker stereotype with Maya. And then creativity, leading a team for a digital event with Abhijit, who I apologize if I mispronounced your name there. Check those out in the Discord voice channels. And we will be doing that for the next, let's see, it looks like hour. After that, we'll be coming back here for some more workshops. And that will be happening across many different stages. So tune back in about an hour for the next workshop block. I hope you all enjoy. I'm going to shut down this stream now so that you can go to your discussions. Bye, folks.